Alright, you beautiful people, Kenshi here, bringing you episode 2 of take 2 of the 50-day torso challenge. So after 3 days of being incarcerated, we've managed to pay off our bail. The police chief finally came up the stairs, so we were able to sort that with him. We're going to go pick up all of our kit and then get back up to some mischief. As the guards don't seem to mind us taking the bounties off the Avalon Drowners, and they don't seem to mind us looting the Forsaken, we're going to go around and help ourselves to the best of the kit that they have. They have some very nice kit, so we just got some specialist samurai plate pants. These we should be able to wear without aggroing the Avalon guards, and we're going to carry on round and get as much as we can. We will be taking these and that, those, this, change that across. That's a very good weapon. Well, that's mine as well, and this is mine, and that is super shiny and masterwork, so we are taking it for ourselves. And with that, we are going to head over to the robotics gentleman salesperson, sir, and we are going to be able to sell those off for an absolute fortune. We just got to hope that he has some masterwork arms or some masterwork legs. How would you like to buy these weapons I took off the corpses of the people defending your town? Not interested? Not an issue. How about the weapons I stole from the prisoners, which the guards were going to sell off? What? That's fine. Alright, Kenshi logic, I love it. So we'll sell those off that we can, we'll trade in the bounties, and we are going to make a tidy little amount of money until we start buying the prosthetics, which are going to cost us an absolute fortune. They have a masterwork left dread arm, so we're going to take that. So now we're at one of the 4 limbs down. We're going to be able to sell a couple more things so we can get some more money, and then soon we'll be able to get a second limb. Hopefully it will tick over into the next day, the shop restocks, and they will have some legs, and then we are going to be in a super sweet situation. We have found a corpse of a Forsaken that was taken out by the guards. As always, these guys have insane kit, so this is another Edgewalker. The rest of his kit is specialist. It's not worth picking up because it does not sell for much. And another, so that is mine, and we'll take the chainmail shirt as well, and that is mine as well. Goody gumdrops, we are making a fortune here. With that, it is time to head back to the robotics gentleman salesperson, sir. He hasn't got much money left, so we'll sell off what we can, and then with that money we'll be able to buy the arm. With the arm we're going to trade it across, be able to sell some more stuff off, then equip the arm, and then we're 2 arms in, and both of our bad arms will be gone. So we're going to be in a pretty decent situation. We'll carry on looting, it'll tick over to tomorrow, and hopefully he has some legs for us. We are given a visit to the Shinobi Thieves. Plan for this is we're going to buy the membership, and then with that we have access to their fence, so we can now sell off those Made 2 weapons that we don't want to use and all the ones that we have extra. This means when we go out and we go looting, we are going to have more space to get a kit. When trading with the Shinobi vendors, they only give you 50% of the item's worth. So obviously you don't get as much, and generally the fences don't have as much money as normal vendors, but it is a way to get rid of some of the kit. No one else will buy them in this area, and we want the space and we want the money. Figured as we're here, we might as well get some training in, so we are fighting an Avalon Drowner. These boys are thick, super tough, crazy good stats, do really good damage, but thankfully we are in some pretty mental armor for this stage of the game, so we shouldn't go down to them. And when they do go down, as you can see, the bounties are worth a very, very tidy amount. We have found a couple guards fighting an Avalon Drowner. We're going to join in because that other Avalon Drowner we were fighting was mashing us up pretty good. This way we're going to get a bit of experience, we're going to be able to get the bounties, and we're not going to take too much damage to our limbs because we don't have robotic repair kits, and repair beds are super expensive. Hey bro, you asleep? No? Just unconscious? Let me just help myself to your Made 2 weapon, and your shirt as well. I think you're not going to need it. Anyone else around that's got any good kit for us? Let's go have a ganders. Hey pal, I heard you might have some kit for me, like a Made 2 weapon, a nice shirt, fantastic. Ooh, and some masterwork trousers. Ah, you are good to me, aren't you? We'll be taking those. You can have mine. I know they're the Forsaken trousers, but the colour scheme really goes with your eyes, and I just want you to look good on the battlefield. Okay, I think we're clear. Now let's go get some more Made 2 weapons, which are always nice. You can have my foul meat. I think that's a fair trade. I mean, I'm not sure if you can eat underwater, but you seem to be able to breathe underwater, so you're a bit of a superhero really when we think about it. But this is now mine, and I'll put it to good work, I promise. I'll sell it to the Shinobi Thieves. They'll fence it off to somebody else, probably back to the Forsaken. It might kill a couple of your pals, but just remember, this was your doing. And now it's time to return back to the robotic gentleman salesperson, sir. We have enough kit to sell. We should be able to make a decent amount of cats in this. And he has a masterwork leg for us. This is perfect. We will sell off the kit and we will buy the leg. I think we'll trade it out for the scout leg, and then now we have the masterwork leg. Even though there's only the one leg, so it wouldn't really matter because I couldn't trade out the other leg because legs aren't ambidextrous, it turns out. Unless you want 2 feet facing in. Not sure if this is really nice of the guy or incredibly disrespectful. So I'm there changing my leg and then he picks me up and carries me out of the shop. Or is it that once you're out of the shop there's a no returns policy? I'm not sure. What we do know is we have a bunch of weapons that we're going to sell to the shinobis. Which I find kind of odd because the shinobis fight what the guards are fighting anyway. But what I'm doing is I'm going out taking the weapons off the guards who are keeping the shinobis safe from the Timberwolves, from the Bulls, from the Avalon Drowners, but yet they're still willing to buy the weapons. I mean, they are thieves. I won't think too deeply about this. We need to return back to the robotics gentleman salesperson, sir, because we forgot to buy the leg. I thought we got it, turns out we didn't, so now we have it. Yeah, buddy. Soon we will be unstoppable. So what we're going to do is to prove how dangerous we are, we're going to attack this turtle that can't fight back. Oh, we are terrifying. We also got to grind a couple stats up because our melee attack, our melee defense, dexterity all suck at the moment. But we managed to beat a turtle. I'm going to write that in my diary. This Avalon Drowner is pretty beaten up, so we should be able to go in, take him down, get the bounty, and we should be pretty sweet with that. But it doesn't seem that weak, and it's not going down. I'm not saying we're in a lot of trouble, but we're not in the best situation. We do have an Avalon Warball coming in, and that just wrecked that Drowner. Amazing. We'll go pick up the bounty, and we got a downed guard here, 2 up there. Is there any more about? And there's 1 down there. Amazing. If we just keep an eye out, when they go down, we can just take their May 2 weapons. Looks like Oscar's coming back, so just a word of advice if you don't know him, just stay out the toilets and you should be fine. Alright, looks like we got another down guard, so we're going to help ourselves to that May 2 weapon. And we've just been rumbled by Aquaman. That guy every time always catches us. True superhero. And another May 2 weapon. We are looking pretty good on the whole matey front. Another Masterwork chain shirt and a Masterwork samurai plate. Oof. Nice. We've pretty much got a whole Masterwork kit right now. We have obviously alarmed the guards, so they are going to be attacking us. Thankfully, we have managed to take most of their weapons, so they're not going to be super good at stopping us. But what we will do is we'll keep an eye out for any other guards, like this one that's down, and we can take their matey weapon. The Toilet Slayer is behind us. I wonder if he's got any connection to that Timberwolf we saw in the last episode killing the guy in the toilet. Maybe it's just a spirit animal. Not sure. Seeing as we don't need to keep our cover from being blown, we might as well equip the samurai helmet. So now we are fully encased in specialist and masterwork armor. We got a guard chasing us, but behave yourself, boy. You're not going to take us down. We're William the Conqueror. We'll get some meat and some hide, and we will carry on. Thinking that we stopped by the Forsaken Fortress. This area here normally is a massive battle zone between the Avalon City Guards, Forsaken and local wildlife. We have a Timberwolf here and its hide sells for a lot, so we'll be taking that. And already found a downed Avalon City Guard, so that is another May 2 weapon for us, which is going to be super nice. Unfortunately it wasn't too much there for us, so we've headed to the next town over and we're going to have a look round and we'll see if we can sell the May 2 weapons to them. And yes, we can. So we're going to get full price for all the May 2 weapons. We're going to be able to sell off the rest of the kit that we stole from the Avalon Isles, and we are going to be loaded. From one bar to the next, we are on our own Kenshi pub crawl. But instead of being after beer, we are after selling our stolen kit. We are looking at making about 50,000 cats from these 2 trades. We want to get rid of most of this kit just to lighten us up so we can move quicker, because we have a long journey ahead of us. We need to get to the Black Desert City. That is going to be the next place we stop, and that is where we're going to be able to get the last of our legs and hopefully a couple decent weapons. But I can see a vault in the distance, and they normally have legendary weapons in them, so it's going to be worth going over there, be some good practice, and it's never a bad thing to have a legendary weapon with you. Well, that was super anticlimactic. We've got in, we killed off the skeletons, which wasn't all that interesting. They just ran into a couple spiders that killed them when I didn't even have the camera on them, and then we had to repair ourselves on this bed to repair ourselves the damage that we took from fighting skeletons initially, and we can't even pick the lock that has a legendary weapon in it. So waste of time. But what we will do is we'll continue on down to the Black Desert City. We have found a ruin on the way to the Black Desert City. If we're lucky, there will be some tools about. If there's tools about, we can go back and we can pick that lock. It will take a while, but hopefully getting the legendary weapon will be super worth it. No tools, just crabs. So we'll continue on our way to the Black Desert City. Made it down to the eye, and we have some grass pirates who are a long way from home trying to pick a fight. Clearly the legend of William Hastings hasn't reached them. The slayer of defenceless turtles, the looter of guards, the torso who crawled across the desert. That's not actually all that impressive when you say it out loud, is it? Other than crawling across the desert, that's pretty mean. That is something I would write on the list if I kept one. Once our skills go up and we can actually start landing some hits consistently, we are going to cause some serious damage to these grass pirates, and we'll keep one alive so they can spread the story of William, the grass pirate slayer, the torso who crawled across the desert, the fighter of turtles, then the stealer of guards. And we've got some slaves in the background who seem to be helping us out quite a lot. They're doing a better job than William, despite them not having like any kit, any armour, just terrible pickaxes, and we are in masterwork samurai armour with a matey weapon, and we're struggling with 2 grass pirates. It's not a good showing for us, it has to be said. But that is not how the story will be told. And that is how this entry finishes. I'll see you on the next one.